Hello and welcome to India Today SoSouth. I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
And this is Maruti Acharya.
And the year is coming to a wrap. We've watched all the films throughout the year. There have been good films, there have been bad films, there have been surprisingly good films, there have been shockingly underwhelming films as well.
Because when we look at what happened last year to this year, last year South was shining. We got so many movies from South industry which made huge impact, not just nationally, international also. But this year, I would say, compared to all the previous years, maybe South industry has done less numbers, but content-wise, including Telugu industry, every industry has explored different genres, different content. So this is the transition phase, we would say, and there are gem of films that have released this year. And we'll be talking more about what kind of movies released, what are our picks, what movies do we recommend and suggest. For that, please subscribe to our channel, SoSouth.
Individually, we have our own choices, our own preferences, what we like, what we don't like. I'm sure viewers, all of you, are also not that same. Everybody is unique with the kind of content they like to consume. And
Jai Balaya!
What's your first film?
My first...
Jai Balaya.
So my first pick is Kadal the Core, starring Mammootty, Jyotika and directed by Geo Baby. With Kadal the Core, what I liked is, one, the story and with the sensitive nature they've dealt, they were dealing with the story. If you don't know, we are keeping it spoilers because we are recommending the movie. We want you to watch it, so we'll try to keep it as spoiler free as possible. So whatever the core conflict in the movie, if you don't know it, it's a very suspenseful thing. You know something is happening, but you're not sure where this is going. And when it hits you, it really hits you bad. And the drama. And the whole point of you really don't need physical intimacy on screen to communicate love. That's something that really connected to me. And the whole idea of the kind of role Mammootty had played in this and choosing that kind of role, such a superstar in this part of the career. So that's why it's definitely in so many levels. It's emotional, the story is gripping, it's thrilling, it's emotional, and the performances were so beautiful. What is yours?
Might be an unpopular opinion, but for me, I really enjoyed Salar. So my choice is based on how much I enjoyed the film. Doesn't necessarily have to be just the best acting performance, all of it. For me, every aspect, the wholesome feeling is what counts for me. Not number one. I'm coming from the bot 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is what I look for. So I liked Salar a lot actually. I'm a Kannada audience. I'm from Karnataka, and the conversation there is that it is Ugram's remake. Ugram is that. Ugram is better and all of it. But I understand your feeling. I also love Agastya just as much. But Salar was something, it was so much more. There was so much more of Prashant Neel in Salar that is what sold Salar for me.
Initially when he said Salar, I was surprised, but he liked Varisu, so I am not commenting.
Move on, what is the next one?
For me, next one, my second pick is this Telugu movie called Balagam, starring Priyadarshi and lot of other characters, important characters, directed by a comedian turned director, which is his debut movie, Venu. So this movie basically revolves around emotions, family values in a village. It starts with a funeral of a grandfather and the proceedings and how the family dynamics or what is happening in a very humorous way. It's not a serious movie.
Isn't there a film like that already?
There are so many films like that. There's a Malayalam movie also, Lijo Jo's Police. Yeah, there are so many movies like that. But this is kind of different. One, because it's coming from Telugu cinema. Yeah, see, we should acknowledge, there's this interview where Rana was talking to us, he has mentioned that, we have a kind of audience and we make movies for them. So, that's the whole point. So, now we are also exploring story-driven, content-driven films and people are encouraging, and this is one of the highest grossing movies.
My fourth position, again, an unpopular opinion, but Jailer. I understand you might call me a hypocrite. I understand you might call me words. With all, I respect
I'm a
all.
Rajini fan.
I know. See, the point here is the value this film has, the rewatch value. I like that a lot. I know this is a film that I wouldn't mind watching again and again and again just for Rajini's charisma. And for me, while there were criticisms after the first watch, as soon as I came out, where I was, technically analyzing everything that is happening on the screen, once I started watching it again, once I knew what I can just put behind, I enjoyed the film. And that is the most important part. Jailer aged like fine wine. What's your third?
My third movie is I'm little here and there with two movies that is happening for third position, but my pick is Hostel Huduguru Bekagiddare. Oh my god, that was one hell of a ride. Anything, if we talk about the movie, it's basically about college life. I'll not give away anything. It's for you to experience it. So please go watch that movie. That's all I would say, and I would that is my top 3 position.
For me, in third place is Dasara. While there were problems with mainly the antagonist felt a little flat, but when you look at performances, when you look at the world built there, when you look at the mass element, again, wholesome. It felt good. When I'm guessing that you would have already watched Dasara. If not, go and watch it. A little bit of a spoiler alert, but when Nani comes a whole circle and he's ready to stand up against the villain at the end, it feels really good. Because of that, I felt like Dasara has a new
But still, Dasara, one of your top picks.
It's in the third position.
Yeah.
So, we are getting to the top 2. What's your next one?
For me, at second position is Jigar Tanda XX. Might be an unpopular opinion, but yes. And one,
I did not expect that.
yeah, for me, it's in the second position because I'll not say like it's a flawless movie. Definitely, there are some places where it go flat, but the vision, the idea of telling cinema what cinema can do with a very gripping screenplay and a heart-touching story of a tribe. And S.J. Surya, I'm a huge fan of S.J. Surya. You've seen me watch.
You can't be biased by it.
But
Where is the
not.
professionalism?
But I am still so that's where my point is. Even though I'm a fan of S.J. Surya, the way Raghava Lawrence performed that role and the kind of depth which he got to that role, and especially that interval shot. At least with that interval shot, I can put that in.
With Jigar Tanda, at least, one would think that it would be hard to match up to the levels, the bar set by Bobby Simha in the first part. But Raghav Lawrence,
Exactly.
out of all people, Raghav Lawrence did a great job with the role. It was amazing the way he connected to the audience. By the end of it was great. So in my second place is Hostel Hudugaru Bekagiddare.
See, I told you, I was kind of.
So he gave you his tips. I'd say while you're watching it, also make sure you have a great sound system. So you need to listen to everything, the music, the background, whatever chatter that is happening, listen to all of it, because as chaotic as it is just as technically brilliant. The director did a great job with all the detailings in every single frame. It is nostalgic in a way, it is chaotic, which is fun. I don't know if this would introduce girls to the life of a boy in a hostel, while it takes the boys back to, the hostel days where you're the craziest.
Introduce girls to boys' hostel?
Some of them, most of them. This is the last one.
Yes.
Which one would you crown as your most favorite?
I've thought a lot about this. A lot of movies were there in my head, but undoubtedly, place one goes to Adipurush. No, just kidding, guys.
I was about to walk off
No.
like Saif Ali Khan.
My first pick is this Malayalam movie called Iratta.
Okay.
And this movie, the reason why I'm giving it first place is because it's not that lengthy, but still gripping. You are so hooked to the story and you're so convinced with the conflict. Again, I'm not giving away you. And a brilliant performance. So that's why it's my top pick, Iratta.
Okay.
And what is yours?
My top pick is Kabza. You did it. I had to. So my top choice is Sapta Sagara Dachiyallo, side A to be particular. You've listened to my list, you've heard my list, you've seen my list. You would have had a perception which is actually what I consume more, what I love to consume. While if I watch something else that is, such a good film, it is film, I will pay respect to it, but it doesn't stay back with me like that. I don't carry that film with me. But this masterpiece, oh my god. You were there when we walked out of the film. You actually thought I'd be bored by this film.
Yeah, for some weird reason I thought he'll be bored with the movie, and 10 minutes into the movie, I don't know, I felt he might not be interested with the movie because the pacing and the kind of story they were dealing with. And when he came out of the theater, when he was supposed to record the review, he was like, I don't know what to talk.
And I've seen
I
it for the
was
first time.
feeling that.
Yeah.
I felt the waves.
Exactly.
Beyond the 7 seas, I was feeling all the waves hitting me right there. I was like, honestly speaking, when I started watching the film, I actually told, oh, this is a little slow. This is not my kind of film. This is not my kind of film. But by the end of it, I was just wrapped within all these waves of emotions that Hemant Rao so beautifully conveyed with his actors, brought the best out of Rakshit Shetty, Rukmini Vasant, all of them.
And not just acting
Yeah.
or this thing,
Technical,
especially for sound design.
framing, sound design, visual messages.
This year, Kannada industry has definitely proved that they are using their technicalities to bring out the output.
So the thing is, this year hasn't been very profitable, or it's not something you can show off, box office wise. But there has been so many content oriented films coming out, many directors who otherwise or before wouldn't have gotten the chance are getting their chances now. They're coming up with innovative stories, innovative way to tell it, express it, technical brilliance. So that is my first.
So these are our top 5 picks. Yes, so this was our list of top 5 movies, and I'm pretty sure you will have your movies list.
Would you want to mention anything from Bollywood?
Bollywood,
Jawan.
I like
At
Jawan.
least.
I didn't like Andhra.
It's the other way around for me.
Oh,
Yes. But the dialogue, बेटे को हाथ लगाने से पहले बाप से बात करे, जवान बाप के पास जाने से पहले बेटे से बात करे, एनिमल.
बाप पे हाथ लगाने से पहले बेटा कौन है देख ले.
Exactly. It's मतलब conflict थोड़ा ये दिख रहा है ना? You get what we mean?
Well, that was our video. More such videos will be on the channel pretty soon. One after the other, we'll keep releasing these. So stay tuned to our channel.
And engage with us and talk about cinema.
If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you don't like this video, please माफ कर दो.
Yeah, but share कर दो किसी और को पसंद आ जाए. So this is Maruti Acharya.
And I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
And
You remember, right?
Yeah, you remember, right? Hey. And you're watching India Today SoSouth.